Is White Boy Wednesday. We got Matt in this bitch.
What up, dog?
And we have CPT Kyle.
How we doing? That's CTE Kyle to you, motherfucker.
CTE Kyle. Yo, that's probably more appropriate now that you mentioned it.
Kyle's been hitting the head one too many times.
I've had 3 concussions. Prove me wrong.
I've had quite a few undiagnosed.
Hey, you just running into shit as a kid or what?
I got to do a lot of fights, bro. I would like wrestle with people. Fucking got like hit my head on the floor and shit. Dumb stuff, man.
Damn. You were playing basketball with your head?
Man.
One time when I was in middle school, we were having Christmas at my house, like for the whole family. And I went in the basement to get something, and there was a dolly on the floor, and I stepped on that bitch. You know, like the cartoon.
Smacked you in the face.
You step on a rake, and the rake pops up. I did that, and the dolly hit me in my fucking face, dog.
Oh.
I think the closest I've ever been to being knocked out. Hey, fuck you.
That's painful, bro.
So what is
not only does it hurt, but you're just like, damn, how am I that fucking stupid? How am I so clumsy?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
And then the crazy part is, like I said, all the family's coming to my house. I had to fucking be there and host the whole family with a big goose egg on my
fucking knot on your head.
Yes. And explain to everybody what happened. Yeah, so can't fucking walk.
He fell down the stairs and
right, exactly. My dad beat me. Less embarrassing than fucking stepping on a dolly.
Yeah, it is.
So we got a fun show for tonight. We're gonna talk about some Super Bowl contenders and pretenders. Talk about the Lions versus the Cowboys, and let Matt get his thoughts off about our team. The Eagles head coach. Or no, it wasn't that. Wasn't the head coach? Was it Patullo or Stefanski?
Yeah, it was the offensive coordinator.
Yep, it was the OC. His house getting egged. Odell Beckham Jr. saying you can't live off $100 million. Some Chris Paul, some Giannis, and then finish as always with all due disrespect and questions of the week. Hopefully, Kyle's got some spicy ones for us. But let's start off. Yeah, Super Bowl contenders and pretenders. Kyle, go ahead and run us through who you feeling, and who you're not feeling.
Oh my God! I flipped through my pages too far. Let me get you. Hold up.
Kicking back up.
It's coming back, dude. A TV fell on my head when I was a baby. Shout out my dad.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's for real. We'll get into that at a later episode. You know. So Super Bowl contenders to me, honestly, I got the Pats and the Rams. Those are the 2 teams to me that have shown, and I know they're the number 1 teams on each side right now, basically, but like they're the 2 teams that have shown me that they will fight through anything, and they'll fight through what they have to do to get a win. They'll come from behind, pause. They'll hold the lead, pause. I'm just gonna say pause because everything I do is an offensible offense. But yeah, no, for me, I have those teams as my contenders I don't know. So if we're getting into the pretenders, like I don't know if I necessarily want to call them that because I almost want to call them a contender, but to me, the Broncos, you're still kind of a pretender to me because who have we seen you beat? And I've been the one defending you guys, but y'all barely beat the beat up Redskins.
I mean, they beat both teams that were they beat both teams that were in the Super Bowl last year, Kyle. They beat the Chiefs and they beat the Eagles. They beat the Eagles in Philly.
All right. Prove me wrong, because I've been wrong all year.
Just did.
I'm going to call them pretenders.
Hey, the Cowboys also beat both of those teams. Do you think that they're contenders, Matt?
I mean, with Quinnen Williams, maybe. I mean, they're playing much better. You can't deny that. They just beat the Chiefs again, too. So, I mean, I don't know if the Chiefs are pretenders. I think the Chiefs are pretenders. They
gotta like run the table.
Yeah. They're not catching the Broncos.
If this didn't kick up enough storm here, my other pretender has to be the Bears.
Okay.
They lost to the 7-5 Lions that I've given up on. They got the Packers this week. I think they'll lose that game. I think this is where we see everybody start to figure out who Ben Johnson is and capitalize on the fact that they can take advantage of his scheme.
I'd agree with you on that one. Like, you look at the Bears' point differential, it's 6. They've scored 313. They've given up 307. Like,
Oh wow.
and
They've
that's a lot
squeaked
of
it
close
by.
games that they've won by. I think I actually agreed with you though on the Super Bowl picks would be the Pats and the Rams. I look at the Rams and the Seahawks as kind of interchangeable. Like, I would take either one of those teams out of the NFC. They're both pretty damn good teams. Like, both can run the ball. But I think I would give the edge to Stafford over Darnold. I think really at the end of the day is what it came down to for me.
I agree with you on that one. It's funny. So I agree with you on the Bears being pretenders. I don't think that people have high expectations for them. I feel like they're playing with house money. Like, I feel like this has already exceeded expectations, and however far they make it is how far they make it this year. I don't think that they're bad. I think that they're young. Like, as a team, they're young. You know what I mean? I know they've
Yeah.
got some veterans over there, but
Dude,
I
they're
don't
still a
think
really good team though. I
yeah.
mean,
Oh yeah.
they've got a good roster.
I
Ben
just don't see
Johnson's
them.
shown like he could take his shirt off and get everybody in Chicago free hot
Oh, boy.
dogs. So,
Yep.
I mean, you can't deny the success. But like I texted you earlier this week, they traded for Joe Tooney and Jonah Jackson in the offseason, man. Like, it just shows. Like, I think their offensive line is like the second as far as like efficiency ratings and stuff like that. They have the second best performing offensive line in the league. Like, and I think a lot of that is coaching and Ben Johnson. He's shown like he knows how to run the ball. Like, we had an elite offensive line last year as well. We lost
Yeah.
those guys.
I think that my biggest point of contention with the things that you guys have said is I think, and listen to me on this one, I think that the Patriots are pretenders. And here's why, because I know this is going to be spicy. Do you guys remember probably 2021 or 2022 when the Steelers were the last undefeated team? They had like 11 wins, and everyone's like, "Oh, are they good?" And I remember I was one of the people. There was very few people that said this, but there was a few people, including me, that were like, "No, this is fake. This is fool's gold, and it's not going to last." They've played nobody, and then the Steelers wound up falling off a cliff. That is where the Patriots are to me. Now, listen to this. I know that we've talked about the fact that they like a lot of the teams can be beaten by anybody. So it really just depends on who you play, and you can't help that.
So who's
But
your pick out of the
please,
AFC?
but wait.
If the
Let me
Patriots are a
read to you.
pretender, who's better than them?
Let me read to you the 10 wins that the Patriots have, and tell me if you're impressed by this list. The Panthers, the Buffalo Bills, both of those are solid. The Saints, the Titans, the Browns, the Falcons, the Bucks, the Jets, the Bengals, and the Giants.
And how many of
There's
those games were close? Like, their
but
point
they're
differential's like 110. It's
they've only
351 to
played 3
241.
decent teams.
I mean, like, and you could say the same thing for the Bears, who we just said are a pretender. You
Right.
could
That
you
helps
could
my
say the same
case.
thing for the Lions. You could say the same thing for like who the Eagles beat, who have the Rams beat, frankly. Like, I mean, you could say that about any team, bro. Everybody's had a week or two this year where they've looked like a fraud.
I'm not
But
disagreeing with that.
plus six
But
and
a
as far
plus
as the
6 point
Patriots,
differential
who
is
do the
different than a
Patriots?
110.
The Patriots' two
plus 6
losses were to who?
differential.
Who were the two losses to?
I don't know. I don't have that in front of me.
So
Yeah, I
let
think
me see. I'm looking at
they
it.
might have lost their early one to the Bills.
No, they beat the Bills.
Have they not played them twice?
They lost to the Colts by 1 point when the Colts were hot.
Yep.
And then by 1 point again.
I'm supposed to be excited over the Saints, the Titans, the Browns, the Jets, the Giants with none of their players other than Jackson Dart.
Like,
Are you for
again,
real?
who's beating them, Spencer? Tell me that. Who's better than them, bro?
The
So
AFC is kind of weak.
This leads me to my next point. The AFC as a whole are pretenders. That whoever comes out of the NFC is winning the Super Bowl.
Wait,
The
well,
AFC.
I think
the
whoever
AFC
comes out of the
sucks.
NFC wins the Super Bowl.
Did I say AFC?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Whoever
At
comes
least
out
I
of the
heard it.
NFC.
I mean,
Whoever
the
comes out of the
NFC is a
NFC is
lot.
winning the Super Bowl.
The NFC is a lot deeper, but like I feel like once you get to that Super Bowl in that game, anything can happen. I could see Denver beating the Rams. I could see the Patriots beating the Rams. I
We
could
have
see
to.
Denver beating Chicago. I could see Denver beating Philly. I could see Patriots beating Philly. Like,
I think the most interesting thing to see for this offseason with the Broncos, one of the most interesting storylines to me is going to be, is Bo Nix Justin Herbert 2.0? Are we going to have a great regular season and then completely crumble in and then completely crumble in the playoffs?
He said, "I'll let you know when I get back from my break."
Yeah.
I think that like
Are the Broncos going to crumble to in the playoffs? Is Bo Nix going to get in the playoffs and throw 3 interceptions and cost them the game? Because
I
you
don't think
can't
so. I
keep.
think we've seen defense wins championships, and Bo Nix is like Mr. Clutch, bro. Like he'll find a way to win the game in the end, in most cases. You know what I
So is
mean?
Sean Payton too. As
The
I call them,
Broncos
pretenders.
hide Bo Nix, dog. They play
They do.
with him. They
They
play with him
coach
like,
it.
wait, bro,
Sean Payton's a
listen.
smart coach, bro. He
Sean,
protects Bo. We'll say that he protects Bo Nix. I wouldn't say they
yes.
hide him. They
Okay, so
put him
that
in
only
positions
goes
to
so far
win,
in the playoffs.
as
That
opposed to
doesn't.
like Kevin McCarthy throwing 9 out there to fucking get eaten.
It doesn't translate in the playoffs. You can't hide somebody to a Super Bowl win.
I mean, I've seen defenses. You remember when Denver had
Both
Peyton Manning playing quarterback, and that defense with Von Miller won them the Super Bowl that year, and Peyton Manning just didn't fuck up, didn't throw any interceptions.
right, but it's also you have to not throw the interceptions. Bo Nix is known to throw an interception.
Or
You pay
two.
double. You pay double for that in the playoffs.
I mean, I don't know, bro.
Eli
I feel
Manning
like
has too.
I think
Eli
you're wrong
Manning
about the
has too.
Patriots, though. I'll say that, dude. I've watched them a few games this year to me, and they passed the eye test, man. They're a good team. They're a tough team. Drake May is I'm really happy he's on my fantasy team. That boy is a stud, bro. And like if you look at the quarterback class from last year, he's clearly this year, he won this year, 100%. I mean, Jaden
Yeah,
Daniels is out. Caleb's been hurt most of the year, or Caleb's playing okay. I mean, but he's like not really setting the world on fire with his own statistics or numbers. He's not screwing things up, but
I saw earlier they were talking about quarterback play has not mattered this season. Like Drake May and Matt Stafford are really
I don't know if someone
Think
would
about
say that.
Well, let me explain it. Okay, so Mahomes out of the playoffs right now. Joe Burrow out of the playoffs right now. Lamar Jackson out of the playoffs right now. Josh Allen by default is winning that division. If you go to the NFC,
The Patriots are winning the division.
Oh, you're right. You're so right. So you're 100% right.
And
So yeah,
Drake May has damn near outplayed Josh Allen this year.
yes, him. But what I'm saying is all the greatest quarterbacks are basically out. Matt Stafford's in. Jalen Hurts having some up and down play right now. Baker Mayfield is fighting off the Falcons for that division. No, the Panthers. I'm sorry, the Panthers for that division with Bryce Young for that division.
Versus
you know what
Baker.
I mean? A lot of the best quarterbacks, even if you wanted to include, who I don't include, but if you wanted to include Jared Goff out of the playoffs at the end
He's
of the
top
day,
10.
He's not, but
He's top 10, bro.
They're out of the playoffs at the end of the day. If you go through the top 10 quarterbacks list of the playoffs, almost all the top 10 quarterbacks are not in the playoffs right now.
I think that's more telling of like, I don't think that says that quarterback play doesn't matter. I feel like this has maybe been the year of their running back. I think that's something to be said. Like running backs are having a resurgence. Like I think it's the year of the offensive line. Like I think people are really starting to realize that these games are won in the trenches. Like you're starting to see these teams like the Patriots went out and got Milton Williams in the offseason from Philadelphia, and now he shored up their defensive line. Look at the
But
difference Quinnen Williams has made in Dallas in a month, like in 2-3 weeks of him being there. All of a sudden, they're winning games, and their defense looks a hell of a lot better. So like having a pass rush on defense and being able to protect the QB and run block on offense. I mean, that's your skill players don't matter at that point.
what you're what you just did was just give a bunch of reasons as to how quarterback play has not been the deciding factor, which was kind of my point. Did I say it a little sensationally? Yes, but what I'm trying to say is that quarterback play for everyone other than the Patriots and the Rams has not been the what's mattered.
But what
It's all
quarterback's
these other
really like
things.
statistically playing at an elite level? Like you can't even say Mahomes is like statistically putting up those numbers this year, or
That's what I'm trying to say is that
like
nobody that we thought was going to be great quarterback wise is really done much. And all these other teams that are more balanced teams or have better defenses or better offensive lines have mattered more than the play of the quarterbacks.
sure. We'll agree to disagree.
Kyle, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, it's Matthew Stafford's race to lose to me for MVP. If we're just talking about that, I mean, he has been the guy this year, and the quarterback play has been down. And honestly, like I did make a case for Jonathan Taylor probably like 3-4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, he
Can
hasn't been
change real
putting up the
quick.
same numbers, and Matthew Stafford has been putting up those numbers week after
Stafford had
week,
a
even
rough
after this
game
loss.
Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he
He had the
still
worst
put
game of
up
the
some
year.
really good number. He had one interception, and he
He
might
had
have had two.
two,
He
and he
had
had the
two.
fumble, and he
Yeah,
lost the fumble to lose the game, to close out the game.
I don't know. To me, he's still played.
But I
He's still
wouldn't. I
played
agree with you though.
all
He's still
around
the
better ball.
MVP front
Yeah.
runner. I mean, he went like 22-0, like 22 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. I think at some point this year. Like,
But you can't
and
argue
I think
against your
quarterback. I think
MVP.
my point is quarterback play always matters. It's always so important, even if it's just not to make mistakes. Like,
Well, yeah, I think it matters. I mean, it matters a little less this year than it did like last year or the year before when everybody was playing really good. But it matters more in a way of like you have to set yourself apart now because nobody's playing good. Everybody's had their bad weeks. Everybody's thrown their picks. Everybody's turned the ball over. Like, what are you gonna do down the stretch to separate yourself stat wise and win wise to the person next to you? So yeah, to me, it comes down to the two of them, and I think Matthew will win it out, but we'll see.
Uh, real quick, not related to that as much, but I saw a crazy stat earlier today. Do you guys know that so far, Miles Garrett has 18 sacks?
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
What's
He's
the
going
sack record?
crazy.
Is it
22,
22?
22 and a half or
Yeah,
something.
He needs 3 more sacks to be the number one leader.
Needs five more,
What did I say?
5.
3 more
That's bad math. Sorry.
Yeah.
from the accounting major.
Hey, hey, pimps make mistakes too. But yeah, so 5
Not
more
about
sacks.
It's a
money.
compromise.
Hey,
It's a 3
Not
to
about
5
numbers.
compromise.
you know what? You're right. But yeah, 5 more sacks and he would become the all-time leader. That'd be crazy on a dog shit team.
I feel bad for him. I think you did all due disrespect on him a month or so ago, didn't you?
I stand by that. Because
Oh,
imagine
you're
if you were
right, bro.
playing like
Because he just sold out to take the money. Like
imagine if you were
how
playing
are you
like
going
that
to
on a team
request
that
a
could win.
trade? Yeah,
Yeah.
How
it'd
would
be
that
Imagine
look
something.
for
if
the
you
Lions right now?
I was gonna say imagine him on the Lions, exactly.
Ah,
Speaking of the Lions, we're gonna talk about the Lions versus Cowboys tomorrow. But before we do that, I know that another one of our biggest Dan Campbell Glazers we've got sitting here with us tonight. Kyle and I have already talked about, especially last on Sunday, about our thoughts on where the Lions are at right now. But Matt, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Dan Campbell, the Lions currently, and if they have a shot at the playoffs still.
Yeah, man. I think it's a wake up call for sure. The loss against the Packers. Yes, they still have a shot at the playoffs, but it's gonna be tough, bro. And like we don't control our own destiny. Like we need other teams to lose, which is not a position to be in. And here's my honest take: is I think a 15-2 season really spoiled this fan base. I think that we overachieved last year. We won a lot of close games last year. And the thing that's the most frustrating this year to me is there's so many games that we're right there, man. We're in one score games where a fourth down conversion here or there actually wins that game. And I don't fault Campbell for being so aggressive on the fourth downs, but we've got to get better at executing them. And if they run up the gut three times in a series again and go 4 and out, I'm gonna be fucking pissed because like third and two, 3rd and 1, it didn't fucking work. Don't run the same fucking inside zone play out of shotgun on 4th and 1. Like it just didn't work on the last play. Do something different. I don't give a shit what it is. Do even if you lose 10 yards, do something different because it just needs more creativity like in those moments on those 4th down plays. And that's where we miss Ben Johnson. We miss his, he always kind of had those plays in his back pocket to get that 1 yard, 2 yards that you needed.
Do you
And it
think?
just,
I just wanted to ask you real quick because you said that you don't fault Dan Campbell for going for it on the fourths. Do you? And you said that they're not executing well. Someone actually said I was going back and forth in our TikTok accounts with someone over this exact point. Do you think that as the head coach, part of situational football is knowing they aren't executing and calling it like that?
I mean, yes, sure. At the same time, I think that Campbell just has his identity. His team knows that. We as fans need to know that and just get like that's who he is, man. Don't gamble, call Campbell. Like,
I
like
agree, and I'm so dude, I'm so usually on your side,
ride or
but
die, man.
I've
Oh,
started to like
You agree with who,
realize
Kyle?
that I'm usually on Matt's side here of
Yes.
ride with the guys you got and you trust in them. But based on our percentage of this season, now especially now, you have to be more conservative. Because even if you want to get to the playoffs, you can't be going for it 6 times in a game on 4th down. Not with this O-line, not with this Jared Goff that doesn't trust in this O-line. It's not going to work. You've got to put your defense on the high risers and like pin them on their backs and make sure they know they can't give shit up. That's what your defense needs to think, because everybody needs to accept within the building, outside of the building, our offense is not what it was a year ago. Our defense, I think, is better coached than it was a year ago. So if we have a shot of winning these next 5 games, we have to ride this defense, and the offense just has to do just enough to hang on. And Jared Goff and Dan Campbell and Johnny Moe need to be cool with kicking field goals from 37 yards on 4th and 4.
yeah.
What's
No, I
the?
think there's
I just
a,
real quick, man. I just want to ask you a question and then let you go. What's the definition of insanity?
I mean, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
They're
But
the same.
we've had good results from it though. You can't say we haven't closed out games and won games because we've gone for it on 4th downs. And after that happens, everybody says what great big balls this guy has, what a great coach he has. He believes in his players. Like you can't have it both ways where like when it works out, it's great. When it doesn't, this guy sucks. Like it just is who he is. It's in his DNA. And
Hey, I've
there's a
never
lot
been
of
the guy.
moments in the last couple of like weeks that I've definitely agree with you that have been like, man, it'd be nice to punt right now and try to pin these guys deep, especially in a game against the Eagles where they weren't doing shit on offense either. Like in the windy, terrible conditions where we couldn't even kick a field goal, bro. Punt it, pin them deep. Let's let them make a mistake and see if our defense can convert. I agree that situationally, yes, there's been a lot of those moments this year where I could have seen it go both ways and could have supported the field goal, could have supported a punt 100%. But I'm also not going to pick the guy apart for being who he is and just believing in his gut. Sometimes I think he's learning too that sometimes his gut is wrong, and I think it's also his coaching staff. Like he needs to get people around him that aren't afraid to challenge him and say, "Look, we got to kick this, Dan." Like we need
Yes.
he needs somebody in that building that's gonna fucking not afraid to tell him because he seems like the type of person who will listen. He seems like a pretty reasonable guy. And if you got somebody you trust like John, it's clearly not John Morton, but if we get Mike McDaniel in there next year and he could be that person or somebody, a good OC that could be a voice of reason, uh, it could be really big. But he's got to get a play caller to take over the play calling duty so he can manage the situational stuff. Like I said at the
I
beginning of
agree.
my statement, I think this is a great wake up call for the organization. I don't think the window is closed, but I think this is a let's look in the mirror, for the whole organization and Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell and say, look, we dropped the ball on letting all pro center retire and an all pro veteran guard, go to a different team and just expect we could just replace them by, drafting a rookie and fucking moving another player at position. Like that was obviously a poor strategy that's blown up in our face big time. But we also need more help on defense, man. Like um, Hutch has been pretty MIA the last couple games, but he also the guy gets chipped, double teamed, held all the fucking time. Like he needs help. And, Marcus Davenport wasn't it. We should have brought back, even though Zadarius Smith retired, I don't know. We should have done something on the defensive line. We should have traded for fucking Miles Garrett. Should have traded for Micah Parsons. Like, why are we letting a division rival make that trade for us when it's like we're in that same Super Bowl window too? I just think they need to get more aggressive. They need to max out the cap. Like we shouldn't have any cap space these next few years. Max that shit out. And we got like 30 million in cap space. Like I'm not a general manager of a football team. Brad Helms is really smart. He knows what he's doing. Then there's things and factors that involve things that I don't even know about that I probably could never even could consider or think about. So like I think it's just so easy to come, talk about these guys, pick these guys apart, and I just don't think that's fair, man. I'm a believer in Dan Campbell. I think we still got our coach. I think we still got our GM. I think we got our quarterback. We got great skill players. We got everybody's pretty much locked up. For the long term, we got to figure out Branch, Laporta, and Gibbs. Like everybody else is under contract, man. So the window's still going to be wide open. We need to do some retooling in the off season, but we'll be all right.
Um, the, where I'm coming from with the Dan Campbell thing is like, and I'm not. Everybody is not the person I'm about to say right now, so I don't hold them to a crazy high standard. But one of the things that you would hear about people talking about Tom Brady that would play with him or that would like talk to him is the fact that he would go into a game and know exactly what kind of game this is going to be. So is this one of those games where I need to score a million points and I need to really push it, or is this a game where it's going to be a low scoring game? I can't make a mistake, and so you
Mm.
play that game knowing what the situation is. You brought up the Eagles game. Their offense wasn't doing anything either. If we had, like you said, punted some of those, kicked some field goals, that's the situational thing that I'm talking about. That's what separates a coach with an identity from a great coach to
Mhm.
me.
And I think, bro, he's only been a head coach three years now, too. Like,
Right.
he's growing too, bro. Like, he really
I'm
is. I've seen it. Like,
I'm not saying that, but I guess what I'm saying
Absolutely.
is like this is where I get into it with you guys, where it's like we had that question like what, like a month ago, where Kyle was like, if you're building a team right now, who would you want your favorite coach to be, or who would you want the coach to be for your team? And where someone might have said like a Belichick or like a Andy Reid or something like that, and you guys will have said Dan. I'm like, this is why I can't fuck with Dan like that yet. I like him, but if I had to pick any coach from all of history, it's not going to be him because of these kind of decisions.
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
but
any coach you pick is going to have to be dependent on their coordinators too, right? He just had, especially on offense, one of the best coordinators in football that we've seen in the last 5 years outside of Kellen Moore. You know,
Would you
so
rather would you rather have, if you didn't have an offensive coordinator and someone had to call the
okay.
plays, you'd rather it be Dan Campbell or you'd rather it be Andy Reid? You'd rather be Sean
I'd
McVay?
rather I'd rather I'd rather it be Andy Reid than either one of those two. On offense, I'd probably rather have Dan, but I would hope that he could fucking muster up the courage to be able to also be a head coach at the same time, which he hasn't been able to do. Sean McVay is an offensive coach, but and he does do the play calling, and he's found a way to make it work. So I guess I changed my answer. I go Sean McVay.
I
Uh,
guess that's all. That's what all I'm at is and that's what I think has led to a lot of disappointment for all of our fans this season is trying to elevate everybody on our team to all these people that have proven it, and we're still building.
and so let me defend myself from week one here. Like
Yeah,
my whole thing I thought we would win that game against Green Bay, and you thought we wouldn't, right? We were there. We were fighting against each other. We were tooth and nail. It was white and black. It was black and white. It was brown and yellow. It was, whatever we want to call it. But I thought that Dan Campbell wouldn't let the same thing happen to him that happened to the Eagles. I didn't know necessarily that we would win that game against Philly or against Green Bay, but I had that gut feeling that Dan Campbell would get it done in that week, and he would find a way to like grind us into the playoffs and like get it done, and that we still have the potential for that to happen. But the writing on the wall says he's going to do exactly what happened that first year that Nick Sirianni lost his two trusted coordinators, and he's going to have to rebuild, maybe on offense and defense, maybe just on one side. But I really think like that's why I said as softly as I said it last week that the season was over. I mean, to me, I don't see us getting through a playoff run against these good NFC teams. If by God's graces we drastically improve in the next 5 weeks and we end up in there in the conversation, I'll be right here wearing my Jared Goff jersey again. I mean, and like going back to my old superstitions. But in the meantime, like to me, this is learn from what you have and rebuild off of what's going on. Make some new hires, clearly. But yeah,
Yeah, and I think like
I
Campbell's a head coach, bro. Like Campbell can command a fucking locker room, bro. I don't think anybody can argue
absolutely
that. Like,
better than
like
Sirianni, and
you
better.
look at
That's why I
you look
thought
at his
this would
players,
happen.
bro. You look at his players, the way he handles the press. Look at how he handled the Brian Branch thing. Like,
Right.
when we punched fucking Juju because
He's a
Juju's
good
a
coach.
bitch, bro. Like he stood up for his player. He condemned the action. Obviously, he said this is unacceptable. We do not condone that kind of behavior, and he's been disciplined by the league, but he also spoke about what a quality individual Brian Branch is. And he is, man. He made a mistake. He did a dumb thing. But a lot of other coaches would have taken that moment to, throw that guy under the bus and, not sit there and defend him and like that everything you hear about Campbell is just like he's a player's coach. And
Yeah.
we're gonna be able to figure things out with him, bro. Like he's not the problem. He's just gotta fucking take his
He's got
foot
to
off the
hire the
gas
right
just a little
staff.
bit. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gotta chill just a little bit. Like he's gotta grow too, just like everybody.
Um, Kyle, in a second, I want you to tell me uh, what your thoughts are for this game tomorrow. But before I do, I just want to say there's a situation, and I'm praying to God is this one, where we figure the shit out and we go on a nice run. There's also a situation that, and like we've talked about before, where we're mirroring the Eagles and the Eagle and the Panthers win their division and we lose to the Panthers in the first round of the playoffs. And that's just as likely as anything else. And that
And
will
that
be
would be, and you know
devastating.
what? That would be a good wake up call, bro. Like I said, I mean, I don't want the season to end that way, but sometimes, bro, you need to get taken down a peg. And what the fuck did we expect? They were gonna go 17-0 this year, like
I think we've been
I
brought
think that was
down
just
5 pegs this year
and
already.
and you know what, Kyle, we needed it. We
Yes,
Yep.
we fucking
yes.
needed it,
The
bro.
organization and the fans.
Yep.
Both.
So people need to
Um
fucking chill out, and nobody better not egg John Morton's house, you motherfuckers.
uh Kyle, what you think for tomorrow?
Oh
You
boy.
think we can even fuck with the Cowboys? Oh, hold on. We got a message from Tony. I don't know who I would pick, but I know that I wouldn't want anyone other than Dan running the ship right now. Absolutely, I don't want him
That's
gone.
right, Tony.
Absolutely.
I want him to do better. I don't want him gone.
I don't want him gone. I honestly want a better supporting cast. I feel like he doesn't have a good supporting cast right now. It was a botched hire from on the offense, in my opinion. And that's clear with him taking over the offense when he knows that's not what he wants to be doing, but it's what he
And
felt like he
like,
should do for the team.
and that's a great point too. Though is he didn't fire John Morton. He's
Because he
helping John
can.
Morton. He
Yeah.
can. He could absolutely fire him. He could
Yeah.
100% fire that guy and said, "Look, this wasn't working
But
out."
But
He didn't
what
fire
better
Anthony
help are
Lynn.
you going to
He's
get in your ear right now? Like, who's
but
available right
he's
now that you're going to hire as better
exactly.
help
You
in your
can't
ear?
in the middle of the season, bro.
So
Get through
this
the
is the best
year.
way to do
Like,
it, is you take
yeah,
over. And
that's what I'm
I
saying. It's
agree.
like
I agree. I just
he
think
he
he's
handled the whole
taking too much
situation with
on.
dignity. He didn't put out a press release saying I'm taking over play calling. It wasn't
Yeah.
about him. He just fucking did it. He didn't
And
say
that's a
anything
good
about it.
fucking coach right there. That's a
After the
good fucking
game, they were like,
coach.
"Why'd you have those reading glasses on?" Like, you know what I mean? He's like, "I took over
Yeah.
play calling.
Yeah.
John was right there telling me I was bouncing every play off of John, making sure we were on the same page." Like what a class act, man. It just even
No,
if your
I
people
agree.
are getting
I'm not hating
roasted,
on our coach here, bro. I'm not at all. I'm just
yeah.
I'm hating on his hiring choices. That's all I'm doing. And
I
specifically
think he
John
realizes
Morton.
that, and I think he'll change
And
it in the off. I think he'll
yeah,
change it in the off season.
but that's
But
what I'm saying is like, how do you fire that guy? And then who are you going to get in your ear that's like a better mind? It's the guy you've been working through with for 8 weeks, but you demote him and you take over because you think that's the best option. Now, then that puts all this weight on you as a coach, and there's all this and that that goes into that. But I don't know. I agree with his decision to take over play calling, but that's just to me proof that we need to make a rehire as OC next year, because
All
Dan
right.
doesn't need to be calling plays.
I gotta slowly dead this and keep us moving. It's getting late early. So Cowboys versus
Lions
Lions.
37, Lions 37, Cowboys 34. I hope
Okay.
J-Mo's gonna go crazy.
Matt.
I think it's going to be a little more lower scoring than that. Like, I think it's going to be 27-24 Lions. But I think we can hang with them. I think we definitely have the ability to beat the Cowboys. They really don't scare me. Like, but the fact that, what is it, Arnold's out, Perry and Arnold's on IR, Kirby
Mhm.
Joseph's out. So, our secondary is still very depleted, which sucks going against two very good wide receivers. But I just feel like up front, we're going to be able to kind of handle their pass rush a little bit better. Like, they don't have a dominant pass rush like Green Bay. Like, they don't have a great D line like them. I think we got a shot. What do you think, Spencer?
24-17 Cowboys.
Oh, you're going with the boys, huh?
Our defense is
It's
about to get fucking torched by George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, and
is
we're
it
about
in
to see.
Dallas or is it in Detroit?
It's in
I don't know.
Detroit.
Is it? Yeah.
I think that they're going to go crazy on our defense, and I think that our offense is going to struggle to put up points against a defense that has come out of nowhere after their trade.
I think Hutch is going to reappear, and Hutch is going to be all over Dak's ass. That's my prediction. We'll have a Hutch
We need
sighting
it.
tomorrow
We
night.
need it.
Where
I
you
would
at, Hutch?
love. I would love to come on this bitch Sunday and say I was wrong and we're back, but
Yeah.
I'm scared. The Cowboys are crazy hot right now, crazy
You know
hot,
what?
and we're low.
You know who I love is Michael Wilbon and Tony Kornheiser, the PTI guys. I watch
Yeah.
them as much as I can. And Steve Young was on there today, and Steve Young says it's always fun to talk about the Cowboys, and it's great when they get hot, but they always cool off.
Oh yeah, but are they going to
So
cool
it's
off
just,
tomorrow?
I think it's quite possible, man. Detroit's a tough place to play, man. It's going to be loud. Like, the defense is going to be fired up. It's a must win for the Lions. Like, it's going to be the Lions ain't fucking going to lay down for them, bro.
They need to come out here crazy. It sucks that we're down St. Brown too. Like, this is a very bad time to lose a piece like
Tesla's
that.
got to step up.
Give me a
J-Mo's got to
J-Mo
step
game,
up.
baby. It's a
Give me
J-Mo
a
game.
Tesla game, bro. Get
Nah, it's a
Tesla
J-Mo
fucking
game.
get him like 8-10 targets, bro. That kid's a
Yo,
fucking
It's
stud.
crazy.
how are we in Detroit and all of our backup receivers are white people I've never heard of? Like, you know how
They
many
just signed
random
a new
white
guy
people
from
caught passes last week?
Arkansas. They signed another guy from Arkansas this week,
Another white guy?
like, to the practice squad. No, he's a black dude.
Thank God.
Mm,
I'm just kidding. I'm just
I don't know
kidding.
why
You
that
don't know
matters,
Jameson
Spence.
Williams,
I'm
Spencer?
just kidding.
White dudes can catch too,
You
bro.
don't know my white boy
Yeah, and tight
J-Mo?
end. I'm just saying it was hilarious watching us against the Packers. It was like literally just like, here's We got a fucking Kennedy out here catching passes for us.
Hey,
Like,
don't
fuck
sleep
is
on
this
Tom
guy?
Kennedy.
It's
I'm
a
gonna
tough
hit you
game,
like
man.
Tiff did with Matherin real quick if you
Hey,
want to
Tom
sleep
Kennedy
on
sounds
Tom
like
Kennedy.
a fucking DJ name, not a fucking
Yeah.
wide
Let
receiver.
me tell you what, Tom Kennedy is the only person you want in the slot outside of Amon-Ra if you want production.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying it was funny to me because I noticed because it was literally like 5 different fucking white people I never heard of before. I knew Tesla was up, but I was like,
Jay was like,
who is this
oh
guy?
shit, my color.
He said I can see him. Tony said 31-24 Lions.
All right.
So
all right.
Let's go,
see.
Tony. We got
Fuck
this.
the Cowboys.
Yeah, fuck the Cowboys.
Philly in true Philly
There's
fashion
some bad blood.
don't know how to fucking act, and they egged Kevin Patullo, the offensive coordinator for Philadelphia Eagles. His house was egged over the weekend, which is just pure Philadelphia being Philadelphia. Matt, what do you
School
think
in
about
July.
this?
School in July, Spencer. No class, bro. I thought it was just like
Facts.
I thought it was just absolute trash, man. Like I posted something on Reddit too, like a couple weeks ago, just about how Philly fans were the worst, man. I was watching that game, and it was the Lions game, bro. Like just hearing how often the fans boo. The fans boo like at the end of every series. If it's not a touchdown, they're getting booed. Like, and I'm just thinking to myself, watching it, I'm like, your team's the defending Super Bowl champs. Like at the time, they were in first place in the division, and you guys are just sitting out here disrespecting your fucking team like that. Like to me, it's just shitty, like fanhood. Like you're a shitty fan if you sit there like just want to boo your team, and like what type of devious plot? What were you sitting around drunk, drinking fucking Miller Lights, hanging out with your boys, saying, "Let's go fucking egg KP's house, bro. That'll get him." We'll run him out of town. Like, what are you trying to accomplish by egging the man's house? Like, and it wasn't even Halloween. Like,
Just assholes. Philly is full of assholes, dog.
So
Super
true.
full of them.
Yeah, AJ Brown was already getting those targets back. I don't know why they thought they should go egg him. I mean, that's the only reason. If he was still reading a book on the sidelines, then maybe you go egg him. But
it was probably AJ Brown's fantasy owners.
Yeah, it was. It was a whole focus group just trying to
They
deal
all
with
got
the fact that
together.
they drafted him in the 4th round.
Yeah. But no, I thought that was absolute trash. And Philly just, some of these fan bases, man, you guys are just too spoiled, man. Even just like I said, one good season with the Lions, and everybody's like doom and gloom. We're 7-5, and it's like I remember we were fucking 0-16, and for like the Eagles fans to go and egg that man's house, it's just so off base, bro. Like stay in your fucking lane.
The Eagles fans wanted Nick Sirianni fired earlier in the season that they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
He's on fire watch every single year. They've been
Which
to
makes
2
no
Super
sense.
Bowls in 4 years,
Bro,
and they want him fired every
They
year.
ran Andy Reid out of town, and he went and built a fucking dynasty in Kansas City. Like,
yep.
He was like, "All right, hold my beer."
They ran him out of town in Philly.
Philadelphia, like I said, is full of assholes. Philly fans and New York Knicks fans are some of the biggest assholes I've seen in sports.
So true.
You remember when they were
fuck you, Eagles
the
fans.
Packers, and the fans were so mean to that Packers lady that was there, and the Eagles organization had to come out and apologize and like give her some comp stuff because of the way the fans were acting.
Yes.
Yeah, they're some assholes, and
the man was using some foul words towards that woman. Like,
yep. I mean, we saw a little bit of that. We posted a video on TikTok of us talking about the end of the Eagles-Lions game. And at no point did I ever say that the Lions weren't fucking up. And I made a whole separate video talking about how we fucked it all up. But what I said is that as a fan of both teams, I would have wanted to see how it played out without that ref fucking it up at the end. And I'm saying even if I was a Philly fan, I wouldn't feel good about the win because I wanted to see if our defense could make the stop. And these motherfuckers were in our comments going crazy, bruh. Some of the worst comments I've seen from the Philly fans. I was like, y'all are some assholes. Fuck you. I'm not responding to any more of you guys. Comments closed. On to the next video.
Philly's ridiculous. Shithole.
Yep. Fuck the Phillies. Fuck the Philly fans, I should say.
They got a good cheesesteak, though.
Mr. fucking Cheech and Chong, talk to us about Odell.
I mean, I just saw a video of him earlier this week where he was fucking talking about how $100 million contract is not enough to, live the rest of your life on. And obviously brought up the fact that, 40% of it's getting taxed. So then you're down to 60 million. But even still, if that's a 5-year deal, that's $12 million a year that you're earning. That's after taxes, mind you. Like, I thought it was just so ignorant and just so dumb to like talk like that, especially at a time where people like are struggling financially in America. Like it's harder than ever to make ends meet. And this guy's fucking babbling about how $12 million a year is not enough to live on. Like it just speaks to like the consumerism nonsense and mania that we live in today of just like you feel like you gotta have a Bentley and you gotta have this $1 billion house because you're a football player. And it's I love hearing I heard a story about Drake May, and they said that Drake May still has his fucking allowance money from when he was like 17. You know what I mean? So it's just it all like it's all depends on like what you come from. Like if you came from nothing and you're handed a whole bunch of money, you just don't really understand the value of it. You don't necessarily understand how to make it work for you. You know what I mean? Like how to invest it. And I mean, if somebody gave me $12 million, I don't think I'd have to work again. Like I think I'd be set for life, even just based off of the 1 year's salary from that contract. I feel like I could finagle that into, bro, you put it all into low index mutual funds. You could pull out 150, 200 grand a year and you could still be, growing your original, nest egg. So like, I just don't get how anybody could talk like that. I was just like, fuck you, Odell. Go do
If
some
you
more coke.
if you add up all the salaries of the three of us and everybody watching us in the chat right now,
It still
we
ain't
would
$12 million
we're
this year.
right, and we're all getting by on that.
Exactly.
But it also speaks to like how important financial literacy is amongst everybody, from someone that's making $30,000 a year or somebody that's making. And you see situations like, and I don't know the specific details of this, so I don't want to get too deep into it, but like Adrian Peterson, from what I understand, broke. Like, bro, that, you know what I mean? Like, you've got
That's
people that
crazy.
have made so much money before and have nothing left. And it's like
Mhm.
there was no backup plan in any of these situations. You didn't get with the right people. If you make that much money, you've got to talk to somebody that's got your best interests out there, not talking to somebody that it's just hanger oners. And what's really impressive, not to just make everything about LeBron, but what's really impressive about him is the fact that if you're gonna have your guys from back in the day, put them on to be able to do better things. So
Mhm.
Maverick Carter got all the schooling, became an agent. Now you've got your own business, you're doing your own shit, but also now you can watch my money, you can watch my deals. I'll put us all in a better spot for us all to eat, not just for me to just keep buying cars for everybody. And it's like it's just sad to see how many people that have been so great wind up in the situation. But it's like, dog, if you can't, $500,000 would change my life. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are we talking
Well,
about? 12
especially
million
if
in a
you
year.
have, especially if you have the luxury of time, you know what I mean? If you're 20 years old and you can put all that money into mutual funds, like you could just let it sit there forever. Like
Yep.
those are probably one of the best financial tools to build wealth. It's like it takes time. You got to be able to let it sit there for fucking 40 years. But um, any of those ETFs are an amazing thing for sure.
Yeah.
I
It's
just thought that was
ridiculous.
crazy.
Kyle, you
Yeah,
got
I
anything on
mean,
this? Go ahead.
yeah, we've seen. I mean, like AI has gone broke twice. How does AI go broke? Right? I mean, I know he has a lot of gambling shit he's talked about, but like, come on, man. How much money you make AI in your career? Like you took that money deal with the Pistons for like 17 mil a year for 6 years, and you hung on for at least 4 of those. And that's on the back end, right? How are you broke, right? And
Well, and
then you
think about the
hear
shoe and the shoe endorsements and stuff like that.
then
Like,
then you hear about a guy like Delonte West, right? An NBA champion, and he ended up homeless, right?
Mm.
I don't know. He
I
was
think there was
never
some
like,
mental, yeah, I think there was some mental health
yeah, I know
issues
he
with
was never in
him.
his bag, and I mean, yeah, but that's the thing, man. That happens with that. Like, if Tyreek Hill didn't sign with the Dolphins, we might be having this same conversation right now. That dude went absolutely crazy. You just never know with these athletes and the things they're going through and the stuff
Antonio
going on
Brown,
behind
bro.
closed doors.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
Antonio
AB.
Brown still got money somehow.
Exactly. He still got that money on. And he's
Shit,
literally
he's about to be in
jail.
jail. He's spending that money on his lawyers, trying to get off this murder charge.
So, I mean, it's the financial literacy needs to be taught. Like it needs to be in every elementary school. Like we need to start teaching our kids like they're going to
I
be.
just don't get
accountants.
how is it
that's
that
the
hard to
only way to teach
understand?
it.
Like how is it
I
that
mean,
hard?
don't
Like
spend more than you make. But I mean,
nobody
if you
taught
don't
me
have
anything on that shit. Like
your teachers can tell it to you as much as they want. If you don't got it at home, the people telling you the same things, it's not going to happen. It's not going to hit. And honestly, even having it at home, sometimes then you go and you spend too much, and it takes that moment to realize like you're in over your head and you're in debt, and you got to go and fight yourself out of that, even if you've been taught the right way.
I'm not necessarily excusing it, Matt, but I don't know all of your background, but I don't know that you grew up with the levels of poverty that some of these people came from. So then you just give someone who's 19, $12 million, who just literally was like, you hear about like Shannon Sharp, the conditions that he was growing up in. You know what I mean? Like you give someone who came from that $12 million at 19 and say, hey, have fun.
I mean, I come from pretty common stock, bro. We had pancakes for dinner, and I got my fucking hair cut with a bowl over my head in the kitchen, bro. Like we didn't have money. Like I didn't come from money. And
I'm not saying that you did. I'm just saying like I feel like you had a better guidance than some of
than some people. Absolutely. My parents followed the Dave Ramsey method. Like they were, they like got money. They would take cash out of the bank and put envelopes. They would have an envelope for gas, envelope for food, envelope for bills. And then once that one envelope ran out, you had to pull that money from another envelope if you needed more gas or if you needed more groceries. And if you didn't have enough money, you didn't have enough money. And they lived within their means is really, I think, what they taught me is my parents they weren't materialistic. They weren't, they didn't teach me to, clothes and jewelry were important because they're not to me. Like they never will be to me. Like, I don't think any of that shit matters, bro. What matters is how you treat people. What matters is what you do for others and how you use the resources you're given to contribute to society, not just buy gold teeth, bro. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
saw
just
this.
it's sad,
I saw
man.
this clip on this podcast, right? Of I don't remember the situation. It's that fucking big curly head fuck that's always out here interviewing people about their lives and telling them how they make stupid ass decisions. But basically, there's this lady, and she to summarize this without having all the details specifically correct, basically, she had a lot of debt, and she, I think, won some kind of lottery or something, got like $10,000 and blew all of it. And he was like, well, what did you do with all of it? And she was like, I went on a vacation. And she was like, I've been poor my whole life. I wanted to treat myself to something nice. So she could have taken that money and done something productive with it and then still not been able to go on that vacation. Or she said, this is the one time I'm ever going to be able to experience something like this in my whole life. I'm going to spend my money on this. Who's to say whether she was right or wrong? But that sometimes is the thinking behind, you know what I mean?
I get it.
Decisions. I'm not saying that that's what I would do.
Every day, like every financial
happens a
decision
lot.
you make is like a choice. It's like between benefiting, me today versus benefiting me, future me, right?
Mhm.
Future me will thank me for this decision versus present me.
If you put
feels
yourself
good
in the
about this today.
position, if you put yourself in the position of a guy who was never taught those things like your parents taught you, like what are you doing with that money?
Well, it's like, do you not think about future me is really the question. Like, do you not think about how do I build wealth? How do I educate myself on this? Like,
at that person is thinking, I'm gonna get my next contract. I'm that good. That's what that person's thinking.
Yes. And you always feel like you're invincible.
It does. Yeah, it's never ending because they don't know that you have to put it away because no one ever taught them. You got to stock some away because this shit's gonna end. There's a life after football. Like that's the big thing I think we're trying to say here. We're not trying to say like you weren't raised right. We're not trying to say like anything about any player, but we're just saying this is what happens. when you don't have that financial literacy, when you don't have that support system from your parents, like that you end up falling behind the curve. And next thing you know, you're in a $70 million contract with $50,000 in the bank.
Yeah.
When you two things I want to say to this too, because Kyle, the guy, the 53rd man on the roster, he knows he's got to put money away. Odell Beckham Jr., when he was making the fucking catch, you feel like that's
never
gonna
ending
last for fucking forever. And
then
then
two ACLs, two ACLs later, you're.
But he don't know that.
But you don't know that at the time. But here's the other thing too, right?
How do you not know that? How do you not have any fucking foresight though? I don't get it.
Here's what I'm trying to say though, is the other aspect of this. Matt, you are a very intelligent person. I remember you telling me this when I worked with you at Sprint before. You were telling me about how Warren Buffett will wake up and check the stocks, and if they're not doing as well as he had hoped, I don't remember what the specifics were, he's going to make breakfast at home. If they're doing well, he can go to afford to eat out his McDonald's breakfast sandwich.
He took exact change. He took exact change to McDonald's in the morning. If the markets were up, he'd buy the sausage McMuffin. If the markets were down, he'd buy a sausage patty and an English muffin and put the motherfuckers together. And he would take exact change. Like this man is like splitting 70 cents up or down.
Then here's the opposite of
and
this,
he's
right?
One of the richest men in the world.
We hear about people like NFL players coming from like the absolute trenches, right? Like, what happens when you grow up and mama's out working 3 jobs, dad's not home or is in jail, and the only people that you have to teach you financial literacy are the ones selling a brick on the corner?
I mean, they should tell you that, that you better keep your re-up money. You better fucking put your money aside so you can buy another kilo.
But when you live that life, that's money comes fast because money comes fast because you never know when it's going to end. You could wind up in jail
spend
tomorrow,
it fast too.
Exactly. So that's the financial literacy that some of these people are coming from. I don't know where Odell is from. I'm just saying in general.
I just thought it was really tone deaf of him to even say that though. Like, and just a cringy interview, man.
I mean, that's a guy that's been living off the contracts.
That's like a old boy that was talking about he got a small loan of $1 million. Like, what do you mean a small loan? Like, you know what I mean?
That's a big loan. Hey, if anybody wants to loan late entry $1 million, just let us know.
Yes, we will be responsible with the money.
We'll develop
we
a whole
won't, we won't
studio.
spend it all on cocaine and strippers.
Yeah.
You can put that shit in Kyle and Matt's name. I don't want to have that liability. I ain't paying nobody back a milli.
Give us 2 years, bro.
CP3 could be the end of the road for him. He posted something. This was like at 3 a.m. last night, basically, that he got sent home. And basically everyone's like, damn. At first, all the reactions were, okay, the Clippers are fucking bogus. Because if you're not aware of this, it's CP3's retirement, farewell tour, basically. This is his last season. And so everyone's like, wow, the Clippers are everybody bogus. They did CP3 bogus before. They did all this to get Blake Griffin to re-sign a few years back and then traded his ass before the ink was dry. Like, they don't do their stars very well. What's up with the Clippers? Then it comes out basically that CP3 has been very vocal, a vocal leader, if you will, of holding both players accountable, but coaches and the front office. And they got fucking tired of it, told that nigga to pack his bags. Ty Lue and CP3 were not on speaking terms for, I think they said 2 months before they finally sent him home. And so a lot of people are finding it. And I've never been a big CP3 fan. I feel like he's a dirty player. He's got that short guy syndrome where he wants to overcompensate for everything. I'm big and bad like everybody else. I don't fuck with CP3 personally. I respect his game, but I don't like him. But it's funny that it seems like a lot of people are learning to the fact that CP3 gets on people's fucking nerves, and enough to where they told his ass to go home. So now we have to see, does he wind up signing with somebody else for a second half of the season, or was that the very end of the farewell tour? What do you think about this, Matt?
I mean, I think he was probably calling out Kawhi. I think he was calling out James Harden. I think he was calling out Ty Lue. I think he was. I think he was telling. I think it was more than that, bro. I think that they're not publicizing. If he was calling out Kawhi's effort, he's been an open criticizer of load management, and Kawhi is the load management king. So you have to
Mhm.
imagine he's probably bitching about that internally. I just think that it's a real shitty way to treat a guy who, is probably a Hall of Famer at the end of the day. And like you said, he's on his farewell tour. You brought him back home to finish out his career, and you just send him home in the middle of the night and just cut his ass just because he's telling the truth. He's not saying anything that's not true. Like, I'm sorry that your team sucks, but just the fact that someone on your team is calling it out is not an excuse or a reason to cut them and send them home in the middle of the night. Like, I don't think he
The
was doing much more than that, but I don't know. It
Tyler
just
wants
Yeah,
you.
speaks to kind of the fragility of things now too. Like, if you hear about Jordan and how he was fucking ruthless towards his teammates, towards his coaches, towards the whole organization. He ridiculed the GM of the team all the time. He was making fun of how fucking short Jerry Krause was, and like,
But what
but
happened because of it?
you you could get away with that stuff. Well, yeah, they won fucking 6 championships because of it,
And then what
and
happened?
but other people, and it all blew up eventually. But I think at the end of the day, like, you could get away with that stuff 30 years ago. People are just too fragile now. Like, if I also feel like it's kind of an indictment on Ty Lue, bro. If you can't get through to this guy and you know get on the same page with this player, like, I don't know, man. Yeah, I feel like he's kind of leaving a lot to be desired as a coach at that point too, because it's on the coach, it's on the GM. That's a culture thing, and the fact that they just let that guy go in the middle of the night, it's not all on Chris Paul. Like, it's a rotten culture. I don't know if you've heard about the all the stuff that came out over the summer from Pablo Torre about
Yeah, the trade portal
Kawhi,
shit.
and yeah, and he was getting these no-show jobs. They're trying to circumvent the salary cap. There's a lot of there's been a whole string of negative stories coming out of the Clippers for the last few years, man. Nothing good. So
Uh,
I don't know.
Kyle, I want you
I
to
don't
go, but
remember the last positive Clippers story I heard, but yeah,
real quick, I
go
just want
ahead,
to
Sven.
ask Matt 2 questions, and I want to let you go. Um, you and I must view this differently because I consider Ty Lue a voice of reason. Have been. I feel like he is like a model, even in a shitty situation. And so I view this as an indictment on Chris Paul that Ty Lue wasn't fucking with him. If it was anybody else, it could be a two sides of the story thing. Ty Lue is someone that I feel like I've got so much respect for that I'm immediately, if I was to pick between without knowing these people, who do I have more faith in, of CP3 or Ty Lue? I went with Ty Lue. You went with Chris Paul?
I mean, I think Chris Paul's going to be a great coach someday. I really do. I think he's just going to be. He's able to say things to people that aren't fucking comfortable, and that's sometimes what needs to happen. Like, sometimes you just got to tell people how it is, man. Um, I think he definitely. I think he's earned that kind of respect too. Like, have you heard anything like this about CP3 before, not being able to play for a coach?
Has
No,
that motherfucker worn out his welcome everywhere he's been?
I mean, not necessarily.
Eventually, who
Niggas like
doesn't?
Jimmy Buckets. Where have you
But yeah,
where
who
have you found a
doesn't?
home at? Lots of players. Someone of his caliber.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I think that there's something. There's a lot more to the story. I think they say, oh yeah, he didn't get along with Ty Lue, but I'm telling you, I think there's more to it. I think he was calling out Harden. I think he was calling out fucking
Yeah, I
Kawhi in the
think
locker
I
room,
think
and they're just
Chris
like, we
Paul.
can't deal with this shit anymore. We just need harmony. We just got to get, and they just cut ties. And so rather
I
than
think
talk to him and try to change his behavior, they just got rid of him in the middle of the fucking night, which is disrespectful as fuck. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
Like, give him coaching. That's fucking give him fucking feedback. Like, that's kind of how organizations work. If one person is creating friction in an organization, either you kind of have to give them coaching and talk to them, or you have to get rid of them. And they got rid of them rather than
Kyle?
address the problem.
Yeah, I mean, to me, getting rid of Chris Paul isn't going to solve the Clippers' problems. I do agree with Matt on the sentiment of, like, yeah, Chris Paul is somebody that's going to light a fire under his team. It's a reason, I think. Um, God, why can't I freaking the 7'7" mother fricker? I
Wemby?
almost said Giannis. What's
Wemby?
that? Wemby.
Wemby?
Yes. Yeah, it's a big reason why we're seeing this resurgence, I think, right now, and this confidence from him
Because Chris Paul played
is
with him
some of the
last year.
coaching from Chris Paul. Yeah, he's a hard coach. He's hard to get along with. I do agree with you that the Clippers did probably get soft, but I also probably think that the Clippers should have probably never brought on a guy like Chris Paul in the first place if they were trying to play the ball they're trying to play. And clearly that's what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to play like soft West Coast ball, like spot up, shoot, like let Kawhi be your defender who, while he's still a good defender, hasn't been like a top 5, top 10 defender in years. So, I mean, the Clippers are just cool with being stagnant and having their stars on their team and not shaking the boat. And Chris Paul isn't cool with that. So, I mean, shit, send him back to the Suns. Send him to the freaking Rockets.
I
Send
don't
him to
think anybody's
somebody.
going to sign him, do you? I don't think anybody's going to.
You know
Nobody's
why
going to
they're
touch
not
him
going
with
to
a
sign
10-foot
him?
pole.
You know why they're not going to sign him?
Why?
Because he's a short asshole.
Because they don't want the
why.
locker room distraction. Yeah, I
Yeah,
get
we'll
it.
see. Shit, let the Grizzlies hire him. You can't have more locker room distractions than they already have.
Shit, true. Matt, you're saying to coach him. What the fuck do you tell
I
a
mean,
perennial all-star veteran who's on his way out of the league? What does he
You,
not
you
know
tell him,
already?
look, you're pissing off everybody in the locker room. The coach, you're pissing the coach off.
and he'll say
Maybe
goodbye. I'm going to go bowling.
maybe tone it down a little bit. Maybe, stop talking so much and just play your game. Maybe,
How
know
do you
your
know that
role.
he
You're a
didn't
fucking
tell him?
bench player on this team. Like,
How do you think that? Why do you think that they didn't have that conversation?
I just because of the way they like just cut him in the middle of the fucking night because they just sent him home. Like, I don't know. It just seems more passive than actually direct. And
Yeah.
just the messaging about it was not good today. Like, Lawrence Frank came out and said, "Yeah, we're not blaming Chris Paul for our failures." No shit. He was playing 8 minutes a game and scoring 2 points. Like, he was never going to contribute to your team this year. Like, he was there to do his farewell tour at his home team. Like, you didn't sign him to be a contender. I don't know. It just reminds me of fucking semi-pro, bro. You might as well call them the fucking Los Angeles Tropics, bro.
There's been some reporting basically, and I've seen conflicting things on this, but some people are saying that Giannis might request a trade. Other reports say that Giannis has already requested a trade. I think the most cemented solid thing that we've seen so far is that Giannis and the Bucks are having a meeting this week to discuss whether his future stays with the Bucks or elsewhere. Really, really devastating for all the Bucks fans who 3 years ago thought that was going to be great with Giannis and Dame Lillard and got nothing out of that. If Giannis was to leave,
And wound up trading away good pieces for that,
yes, yep. Do you think that Giannis should stay with the Bucks, or do you think he should go somewhere else? If he should go somewhere else, where would you put him, Kyle?
This is tough. I mean, my instinct is for him to stay, but at the same time, I don't know what he has there for him anymore. Some teams, I think, like if I'm just talking, you want to go to a contender, the Celtics would be a great place for him to go. Just be that crash out inside, and then you got Tatum and Jaylen Brown to go and do that thing.
I don't think they can afford him.
Yeah, probably not, but it's Boston. They'll find a way. The other one to me, I'm trying not to say the Pistons because I know Matt's gonna. Bring him to the Houston Rockets over Chris Paul to me. Him with KD and them young guards they got over there. I mean, they could be something fierce to deal with. I really think you put them with anybody, they become a contender. But like in my mind, I'm just like trying to. I mean, anybody who's a contender will one up, just like Micah Parsons going to the Packers. You were already kind of somebody that was being talked about. Like, send him to a team that will just put him over the edge. That's what I want.
I would
Hear
want
me
to
out.
see him. Go ahead.
Trade Draymond Green and some draft picks for Giannis to the Warriors.
That'd be
Giannis and
crazy.
Steph Curry play out the next couple years and win a couple titles together. I feel like a Giannis
Milwaukee
Steph
would be like, why would we take that crash out?
Yeah, dead
because
ass.
he
How does
wants
that help
out.
them?
Because he
And then your
wants
team is
out.
just
Then they're
him
gonna
and
get
Bobby Portis.
and they're gonna get draft picks. They signed Miles Turner.
Draymond and Bobby Portis ball is gonna be crazy. You're building
They'll-
Memphis in Milwaukee.
They'll wind up getting into a fist fight within about a week. I still think Draymond's knocking out Jordan Poole was the beginning of the end for the fucking Warriors dynasty.
They
I still
rebuilt
can't believe he
around it,
did
though.
that.
It set them
But
back,
no, I
but they
think
rebuilt.
no, I think that would be a good lineup. I want to see Giannis in Detroit, man. Fucking, I feel like he would be a great pick and roll with Cade Cunningham as well. Like that'd be a really tough to defend. So no, I'm excited for
But would you keep Jaden Duren, or would you keep Stu?
I feel like you'd have to trade away like Jalen Duren. Like they'd want a good
All
big
right.
man in return for him.
Where the fuck do you live? No, I'm just kidding.
But I feel like Stewart would be there as like kind of that enforcer center too, though. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Kyle,
Stu,
you wouldn't
to
trade-
me,
you wouldn't trade
to
Duren?
me, we don't need him because we have the depth.
yeah, Duren.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I don't think we need him either. I don't know. Oklahoma City, like they're like 22-1.
Yeah.
I feel like Oklahoma
Yeah.
City's only lost one fucking game so far this year.
and they
They're
play
gonna be
small.
fucking
That would be a great team to have him.
Yeah. And they have the pieces to move. They've got enough guys to trade
Yeah.
away. Like
Yeah.
Hear me
they're
out.
too fucking good.
I hope we can keep Austin Reeves.
Really? That's what you think? All right.
You think they're gonna get rid of
No,
You think
I'm
they're
that's
just-
gonna
your
get
new
rid-
big three,
No,
huh?
I'm just kidding because the Lakers.
about to
Luka,
slash my
LeBron,
beard
and
in your
Giannis?
I
face.
still can't believe that we got fucking Luka. Like, you know what I mean? That shit's crazy.
Bro,
But
if
no,
you had
my-
Luka, LeBron, and Giannis on the same team, I think I would personally drive to Chicago and strangle you.
I think
die happy.
I think Nico Harrison is like the
I'd
most
die
hated man
happy.
in Dallas. Like that
Yeah.
guy.
Oh, yeah.
I still can't believe he traded away Luka. That was one of the worst trades in NBA history for them.
Absolutely. One of the worst sports trades, I think, in any sport.
Facts,
history.
bro.
But here I got two serious ones. The first one I think is more obvious. The second one I think is a sleeper. The first one, the Knicks. Get him with Brunson. I think that'd be disgusting. Also, it was reported that if you might have to get rid of Cat.
Yeah, they have to give Cat up probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But
even for the salary
it's
cap too.
It's reported that that's one of the places that he had interest in the summer, and I think that could be disgusting. Here's the other one, right? And I like this the more that I think about it. The Timberwolves trade Julius Randle for him.
Him and Ant-Man would be
Anthony
pretty sick.
Edwards and Giannis.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Mike Conley.
I feel like I cooked there. I feel like I cooked, dog. Mike Conley distributing to Ant and Giannis.
That would be nice.
You tell me that wouldn't be nasty?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be somebody to look out for. That's for sure.
Do you think they have any chance to
Um,
keep him in Milwaukee?
I think that he wants. I think that he's. You know what's crazy? I think that he played with a guy to give him interesting perspective on this. He's loved in Milwaukee, just like his teammate Dame Lillard was loved in Portland. And Dame left. He went somewhere else, and so he'd see the side of okay, when it's time to go, it's time to go. Did Dame go too late? But also Dame went back. So does that give him perspective of there's no place like home? He played with the perfect person in the entire league to give him the perspective on both sides of that.
Damn.
So
but he still left.
Stay or not, I don't know.
I think
And he went back,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and nothing happened there.
I think he's gonna
We'll
leave.
see.
I don't think there's any chance he stays in Milwaukee.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
I said
might
that
not-
about
they
Tom
might
Brady,
not
and
even
then he
deal
won
him.
another Super Bowl in
I feel like
New
they'll deal him in
England.
the offseason, though. I don't think they'll deal him mid-season. They'll figure out a way to get him
Yeah,
through the year or
probably.
something.
Yeah.
Get rid of him in the end of the year. That's my prediction.
We'll see. If you're gonna start a rebuild, why wait? I want the picks before the draft. I want to have an idea what we're working with.
Yeah, but you
Plus,
don't
you
know what.
tank.
But you
Plus,
don't
you
know how good
tank.
those picks are going to be until
If they
until you get closer
if
to
they
the end of the year.
if they have, and I don't know if they do, if they have their own first round pick, it makes more sense to tank.
I hate tanking.
But I'm just saying, like, why would we
never.
keep him and win games when we could trade him now and get a higher draft pick? If they have their own
Yeah.
first, I don't know if they do or they don't.
Yeah, why keep him, win games, then lose in the first round versus get rid of him, get picks, rebuild? Yeah,
Right.
to me, I don't think Milwaukee's rebuild. Like, I mean, they drafted Andrew Bogut. I mean, the Milwaukee Bucks have zero respect for me.
Fair. Speaking of respect, you're all due disrespect, sir.
Me first?
Yes, sir.
All right, hold up.
Hey, you made that transition smooth. You said,
Yeah.
talk about respect.
They get my respect. Yeah.
That Magic Johnson. He.
Yeah, that Magic Johnson. He. Yeah.
All right. Podcast over.
The amount of times I saw Magic Johnson hit a shot or hit a sweet pass and then go hee was insane.
Michael Jackson.
You said Magic Johnson. You said Magic Johnson and said he. All right, moving on. That didn't hit. My all due disrespect is honestly first to the Ravens, second to the NFL structure of contracts right now. Mark Andrews just signed a $40 million contract over the next 3 years, 27 guaranteed. But this man could be making $13.5 million, and he hasn't done diddly squat for anybody's fantasy teams in at least 3 years. Why are the Ravens re-signing him to 3 more years if he hasn't done diddly squat for anybody in 3 years? It doesn't make sense. $13 million to do nothing but block for the run game. Shout out to you, Mark Andrews. All due disrespect.
Matt, would you like to respond to that?
I mean, he hasn't done much for the last few years, like you said. He's been kind of AWOL as well, man. I think he dropped that pass in the fucking playoff game last year.
Yeah.
I would have cut his ass just from that shit. He'd be on the street.
It's interesting because I thought that they had signed Isaiah Likely. Didn't they give him an extension last year? For the longest time, it looked like the plan was to move forward with him, but then
it seems like he already seems to be taking away Andrews' target share.
Andrews has always been Lamar's like security blanket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't seen much from Zay Flowers. No one on that team has been really like the only productive person is Lamar, and then sometimes, I mean, previously to this year, Derrick Henry. Not as much this year, but I don't know. I mean, they don't. Who else are they going to throw to? Rashad Bateman's never been anything. Zay Flowers hasn't been as good as people were hoping.
Let him walk and get like some more cap space to sign your rookie or to sign somebody in free agency. Like you don't need him.
Scantling.
Okay, MVS.
Yeah, let him bounce around a little more. Pause.
Oh my god. I do feel you, Kyle. I just don't know how many options they've got, so that might be part of it. But
yeah, but that's my disrespect with the state of the NFL right now is that everybody's just like, I'm just gonna pay my guy because he's been in my room, and it's like, why don't you pay the best guy to do the freaking job instead of freaking, I mean, he knows the offense, sure, but you were the guy that was sitting here talking shit about Jake Browning, who's been in the Bengals offense for 8 years, however long it's been, and he still couldn't do it, right? Like, so when a guy shows you who he really is in his later years, you fucking take him at his word for it. You don't re-sign him to $40 million. But to your point, that's the state of where we're at. Like, you gotta sign your fucking 30-year-old tight end who hasn't done shit for you for $40 million because someone else will, and then he's gonna go crazy for them somehow. Shout out Zach Ertz.
Shit. I mean, that's an excellent point, actually, the Zach Ertz part. I just think that at the end of the day, he's their best pass catcher, period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's probably why they did it. But it is crazy to see the whole turnaround of like he was about to get cut last season and now just got an extension this season.
Right. Now he got a
So
big ass
funny.
contract.
Matt, you're all due disrespect.
Yeah, so I don't know if anybody was paying attention to the Monday Night Football game this week, but the New York Giants kicker, I believe the name was Young Hoi Koo. Did I say that right?
God. Yeah.
Um,
Close enough.
So he goes up, and to me, this is just the perfect definition of you had one job, bro. You're the fucking kicker. How many field goals have you kicked in your life? Millions. Like you've gone through that motion millions of times in your life. And this motherfucker on Monday Night Football with the whole world watching, his team's trying to get back in the game. Jackson Dart's getting smoked, taking hits on the sidelines, trying to get in field goal range. And then you go up to go kick a field goal, and he stops short of the ball and literally just kicks a big divot of dirt like me swinging a golf club, kicking, trying to hit up a whole divot of fucking turf instead of the tee. And I have never seen anything that dumb watching football. And, I'm 40 plus years old. I've watched a lot of football in my day, and I've never seen anything that fucking stupid. I couldn't help but just crack up, bro. How that guy didn't get cut and they signed a new kicker Tuesday morning, I don't know that either. But my all due disrespect to you is to you, Mr. Koo. I'm sorry, dude, but you suck. And the worst thing about it is they didn't make him 0 for 1 on field goals. He was 1 for 1 on extra points, and they didn't count it as an attempt.
Yeah, because he never made contact with it.
They should have counted it as an attempt either way. They should have digged him as a miss for that one. Motherfucker. And he tried to play it off after the game. That's really why I made it my all due disrespect too, is because he tried to play it off after the game and said some bullshit, like he saw something and tried to stop short. Like he tried to make it sound like he did it on purpose. You didn't do that on purpose, motherfucker. You just zoned out. He probably started thinking about what was for fucking lunch or something at the end of the. It's like, what's gonna be my midnight snack? Fucking just kick the dirt.
It's terrible, dog. Yeah, I need someone to investigate his betting account and see who had the unders on his kicks.
Right.
I've said before, man, if you miss an extra point or a very, very close field goal, they should be able to take you out back and put you down like Old Yeller. I'm all right with that one.
If you literally miss an attempt, that should be.
They should kill them, but they should maybe cut their ass.
I don't know, man. Your life is
go back
to being
a
kicking
brick
the dirt.
Salesman or
Bro, that looked like my boy Tommy's 9-iron out there. He just chunked it and didn't even hit the ball.
Go be a greeter at Walmart or something, bro. You should not be in the league.
This is why he's not with Atlanta anymore.
I know, man.
Yeah,
I just thought that shit was
hilarious. Got rid of him
and then
when they could.
The reaction of Jackson,
get rid of Michael Penix and Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. The reaction of Jackson Dart in real time too, of him on the sidelines. You can just read his lips. He says, "Oh my god,
what
dude!
The fuck?"
He says, "Oh my god!" But what?
My all due disrespect this week is myself. I was all excited. As I don't know if you guys care about this or not, but I was all excited to see my end of year music shit. I don't have Spotify, so I don't get Wrapped. I use Apple Music like a real nigga. And
Apple Music.
Yep. And so I opened my shit up. I was all excited to see what I'd listen to this year. And I'm looking at all of these names of the artists and the songs. I'm like, did I get hacked? I've never seen these before. And I'm scrolling through them, and I realize I have I don't want to say the name of it, but I have an Amazon device at my house. And when I go to work, I'll leave music on for Bella so that she's not barking at neighbors. She doesn't feel like she's alone. I've been throwing on just relaxing shit. So she's been getting cultured to a lot of jazz the last few weeks. I got over 1,000 minutes of playtime from jazz artists I've never heard of before. that was my whole recap for the year.
Apple Music's trying to put you on, bro.
That's 1,100 minutes of music listened to by a jazz artist I've never heard before. The first 10
you were in the top 0.5% of listeners.
of jazz listeners.
Bro, all your streams are putting them through college, bro. They're probably they're making 2 cents a stream off of you, dog.
Bro, it wasn't until I got down to artist number 8 that I saw clips on there. That was the first one that I knew that I recognized at artist number 8. My first 7 were all jazz artists. I was like, oh my God.
That's funny, bro.
Honestly, this is in a full circle moment. This is an all due respect to you for being a great dog dad, for putting your dog ahead of yourself, putting her playlist ahead of your own, and keeping her calm. Shout out Double Dose for being a good dog dad.
Yeah, that shit is done now. I gotta figure out how to use a different streaming service. She gonna be listening to the TV from now on. I tried to culture you with the jazz. Now it's time.
She's gonna be listening to Stephen A. every fucking day.
Yeah, just put on McAfee for her.
Oh my God.
There you go.
I'm gonna come home and she's gonna start growling at me.
Oh,
right?
No, you're gonna come home and she's gonna already be like prepping with me for the podcast. Like, oh well, Pat McAfee talked about this today. All right, Bella, I like that. Thank you.
Oh man, Kyle, you got some questions for us?
Yes, sir. All right. No pressure. I feel like I cooked. Let's get it going. Perfect first question. If you could talk to an animal for 48 hours, what animal would you choose to talk to and what would you say?
Matt?
I don't know, bro. I gotta think about that one.
That's a toughie. This is the tough part about questions of the week. Is like I ask some real hard to answer shit, and you got to answer it on the fly.
I would talk to my cat Orion. Bella, I feel like I'm pretty I think we got a good understanding of
you
what's
got
going
a good,
on over here.
Yeah.
But Orion, I got him as like a kitten from a
bro. Your cat's fucking mean. Your cat's always been fucking mean, bro.
He'd be
that's
like,
exactly it. Like that's exactly it. I got him as a kitten from a place. It was from this African woman. I get all my animals off Craigslist. So I went and picked him up. And she literally threw this carrier at me out the door and said, "The demon is yours," and slammed the door in my face. Never answered another text from me or anything. So I get him home.
What?
Damn, bro.
He looks kind of nasty. So I try to give him a bath. I put him in the water. He didn't like the bath, but then the water turned red. I was like, "Holy shit, is he bleeding?" Rushed him straight to the vet, emergency vet. He had ticks, or not ticks. I'm sorry, he had fleas. And fleas, they suck your blood and they poop out dry blood. So that's what it was. He had a bunch of fleas on him and dry blood. So things had a crazy start. And then ever since then, he's been, like you said, Matt, he's been mean. I remember one time, this was in the past, this is the before Lexi days. I took this girl home with me from Halloween, and he was there, and I was like, "Hey, don't fuck with the cat." And she didn't want to listen to me. "Oh, kitty." That motherfucker slashed her up her leg.
The shit out of her.
Bleeding everywhere.
Bro, I remember trying to pet. Your fucking cat was mean, bro. I remember that fucker. Yeah, I tried to pet her too. She fucking just mean, bro. She growls at you and shit. Fuck your cat, bro.
This motherfucker over the last few years has gotten a lot nicer. Way nicer. The motherfucker will come over now and come for pets and stuff like that. But never really like cuddles for as long as you're like petting him, he'll hang out. But he does not like a cat that'll like Lexi's cat will like fucking sleep with her like all fucking night.
Yeah.
So I just want to talk to this nigga and like have us like talk about the last few years of like
let's get on some real shit, bro.
Where I was at, how we can coexist better. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if you want me to pet you, maybe don't bite my hand, shit like that. Like, we both got some trauma from living with each other, and I think that we could have a nice therapeutic talk session about that. So if I could talk to any pet for 48 hours, any animal 48 hours, it'd be Orion.
That's a good one.
I would want to learn how to talk to like dolphins or something, bro. Just 'cause I feel like dolphins are super fucking smart and like very social animals. Like I would just want to know what dolphins know. I feel like they know something we don't, bro.
What's under the ocean?
that kind of shit. Like I would say,
But they
like
break your brain.
where is Atlantis? I would want to know where fucking Atlantis is. I would want to know
They'd be
like
like under Washington D.C., bitch.
yeah. I would want to know fucking why they swim in packs and shit. Why they jump
Dolphins
up
was
out of the water.
That's a really fucking good answer, honestly.
I don't know, bro.
Would
Or
you like?
humpback whales or
I don't
something.
even really. I didn't really have an answer coming into
The other
this.
thing I was
but
thinking, like a sea turtle.
Really want to piggyback off it.
A sea
Because they're
turtle?
like,
They're
Yeah,
old?
sea turtles.
Because
They've
they're
lived,
250
bro.
years
They've
old or
lived.
something.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, we're like a great white shark. I would be like, what drives you to kill? You know, like what
Food.
makes you want to,
He wants
you know,
to
like
eat, bro.
just teach me. Just teach. Yeah, he'd probably be like, hungry.
Teach me.
Just like we like to eat, bro.
I'm hungry. He's
Yeah,
like,
you like
I'm fucking hungry.
you like cheeseburgers and fucking French fries, bro. Just like he likes fucking anything they can eat.
Great white sharks are just fat Americans. That's all. They're just taking the food that's in front of them.
They're primal, dog.
They are.
My god. That
That's a
fucking
goodie.
great white shark's gonna sound like the fucking Rizzler.
That'll be my picture for the thumbnail. I got next one. Yep. Oh god. All right. You get $5 million, but you have to send a family member to jail for 1 year. Who are you picking and why?
Oh my god.
Send a family member to jail.
You got to think about who you think could last too. Who can last?
Bruh, nobody. My
365
family's
days.
full of fucking old people and a sister. Like,
there you go. You got your answer.
I feel like your sister would be able to finesse her way in prison.
Oh,
though. Your
dude,
sister
she
would
would
be-
cook.
Your sister would find a way.
She would cook.
look, I'm gonna have to. You said 5 million.
5 mil.
I'm gonna have to call her and say, look, if you go to prison for a year, I'll give you $3 million. Do we have a deal or no? I'll take a 2/5 split on that because she's the one going to prison.
Absolutely, yeah.
But if she says no, I can't even do it, dog. I can't. My parents are in their 60s. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, I'm picking for the same. Like, he's got his kids to worry about. He's got his grandkids to worry about. I'm picking my Uncle Keith because I know I mean, he's not hard at all. He was a fucking magician, but like he worked out a lot, and so I know nobody would fuck with him. He's about 230 pounds of like pure mass at 65. So I'm like, you would be the guy I would want to send in there for a year, and he's bald. So like the guy, the white guys would all be like, oh, $1.
Aryans in there.
They'd be like, crazy. Oh, easy.
That's crazy as hell. You said he's a magician. They're gonna show him a trick inside there. They're gonna make the soap disappear.
I don't know. For me, I just have like I don't know. I got a couple dipshit cousins that are pretty much already in and out of jail already anyway. So I would just pick one of them.
Are you gonna break them off some bread, or are they just gonna sit down?
Oh yeah, I'll hook them up, but not like you would, bro. I'll just like 50-50. You know what I mean?
50-50.
Like, hey, bro, you're gonna have to take one for you're gonna take one for the team, bro. But I'll have some money for you when you get out.
You go hand him an envelope like you're in the fucking Sopranos.
Yeah, I'll be waiting for him in an old Cadillac to pick him up with the top down.
Oh my goodness.
You're gonna feel completely institutionalized by the time you're out. But
I feel like I'm on the fucking Joe Rogan podcast right now. We're just got fucking Elon Musk over here fucking hitting his pen.
I believe he smoked a joint. Isn't quite the same.
I got one more if y'all want it.
Yep. Hit us with the last one.
All right. Oh God. What influencer or celebrity would you pick to do your day job for 1 day and not get fired? Like you're not going to get fired from it, but they're gonna do your job for a day. Who are you picking?
Wait, I'm trying to pick someone that wouldn't get fired, or I just wouldn't get
Right.
fired from the results. No, you're misunderstanding me.
They
What I'm
would
saying is,
not
like,
get fired. They would be
I
able
would
to get
pick-
through a shift at your job.
I would pick
Okay.
James Franco from Pineapple Express. Not actually James Franco, but like Sal from Pineapple Express. I feel like he could do my job
that
for a
makes
day
sense. You sell
and be
weed.
just
Yeah,
fine.
that makes sense.
That's
Yeah,
an
that
easy
was
one
an
for
easy
me.
answer for Matt.
He's
Fuck.
gonna be at the fucking supplier is like, I thought we were friends, man.
Yeah. No, hang out a while. Hang out.
I love that movie too, bro. Like
All of a
it's
sudden
such
they
good
end
one.
up in his fucking Delore or what was he driving? His Riviera. And he
Dale Denton's. That was a Cadillac, I think, wasn't it?
was it an old
I think it was an
Cadillac?
old Cadillac. Yep.
Oh god. That's so funny.
Oh,
that is so
man.
perfect for you, Matt, to pick James Franco Pineapple Express.
I think it
that's
would
so
be
funny.
fucking. You said it could be a celebrity too.
Yeah, celebrity or character in a movie, whatever you want.
I don't know
I
any
would-
influencers, so
I would love to see fucking current day Joe Biden try to come fucking cell phones and deal with other old people coming in.
You think
asking about-
he wouldn't get fired?
he's gonna get you
I'm
fired,
asking
bro.
you to pick someone that wouldn't get you fired.
No, I thought you said that's what I feel like I thought I clarified that. I thought you were saying
Could
Okay.
not
that.
get fired.
Yeah,
No,
that
but
couldn't get
they would
fired.
have to get through a shift on your behalf.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. See, I was gonna say, imagine Joe Biden, an old person comes in, they're like, "Why is my ringer not working?" And Joe Biden's like, "I don't know where I am."
I don't know. I was handicapped 12 years ago.
Fucking two old ass people trying to figure out how to work a fucking
That sounds
phone.
like a bunch of malarkey.
That's a skit I want to see right there.
Joe Biden.
actually
in
would
the
be pretty
phone
fucking
store. Okay,
That's
so
a
it's gotta be
Saturday Night
someone.
Live skit right there.
It's
Yeah,
gotta
who do
be
you
somebody.
Who do you
Not
believe in the cell phones for you?
okay.
Joe Biden.
I would get like I would get Jordan Belfort or something, bro, from the Wolf of Wall Street, bro.
No, because that bitch nigga gonna embezzle. He's gonna leave with half the phone in his bag.
Deludes.
Within 24 hours, you're gonna get fired because he stole 100
He's
million.
gonna do a
from the
bunch of
company.
quaaludes and be crawling all over the floor.
I'm gonna get Matthew McConaughey to sell my phones.
All right.
Ooh,
All
I
right.
All right. We got lots of cell towers.
Be a lot cooler if you
Verizon,
did.
but we'll get there.
Yeah, but I gotta pay so much for my phone bill. It's a woozy, it's a wazi. It doesn't fucking exist.
I'll just tell you what, man. I'll give you some green lights, man. It'll be fine, man. I'll tell you what, man.
The thing about cell phones, I keep getting older, but they stay the same.
Dude, I feel like Matthew McConaughey could win the presidency. I'd vote for Matthew McConaughey.
I mean, it couldn't be any
Absolutely.
fucking worse.
No, that's true.
Absolutely.
Somebody told me he was running for governor of Texas or some shit, though. I don't know. That'd be interesting.
Really?
If he gets into
I
politics.
did hear
Being
that.
the,
He's trying to run for governor. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
got tired of being the fucking Longhorns mascot?
I guess so, man.
I guess so. He wants a bigger role, I suppose.
I mean, I pretty much have been driving Lincoln the last 10 years just because of that
All because
Continental
of him.
commercial.
Yeah.
He was just blown out, bro. You could just see he's high as shit, bro. Like just cruising.
Bro,
Like,
I think the
yeah,
answer
Lincoln's-
is any one of
Lincoln's
us could
pretty
pick
cool.
Matthew McConaughey to work our job for a day, and none of us would get fired.
Oh,
Matthew
yeah. He's
McConaughey would figure that shit out for
got to be one of the
24 to
coolest
48
motherfuckers
hours.
on the planet, man.
He would figure that shit out. He would all right his way into 3 activations, 3 different fucking ounces sold, and 3 different window washers.
That's right, bro.
Houses sealed.
Oh
Like, he
yeah,
would-
imagine how much
he would
business you
figure
get.
it all out.
Fucking old ladies get to watch Matthew McConaughey clean their windows.
Yeah, bro. See him up on a ladder. Good night.
That's so
All
funny,
right,
bro.
Well, with that being said, this is if you didn't know, a pro Matthew McConaughey podcast. But,
He's got to be on the thumbnail now.
Matthew McConaughey. That's all the time that we've got tonight.
Subscribe. Sorry.
Tell somebody about it. Matt, we need you to tell everybody that you know. Come check out my guest appearance on Late Entry.
I've been, bro. I've been on it.
Tell your cousins that are going to be in and out of prison.
My dipshit cousin.
I'd love to interview them, by the way.
He won't care. He'll know. He'll know I'm talking about him.
But yeah, guys,
fuck you.
Leave us.
It's all love. I love you too, bro.
And we will see you guys back on Monday when the next episode drops. Peace.
Go Lions, boys. We gotta win tomorrow. Wake their ass up. We gotta win tomorrow.
Wait, last question. If the Lions lose tomorrow, is that the nail in the coffin?
I think mathematically they would still be in it, but would just need like collapses from like the Rams or Green Bay or somebody.
And it's crazy how much of a how tight it is. If the Bears lose on Sunday, they go from 1 to 7.
That is wild, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a fun finish.
Sunday. They go to from. Are you serious?
Well, what? I didn't know you had more to say. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that just threw me out.
The Bears mind, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right,
Late Entry family, we out.
Peace out.